New at 5, we're learning about a high-speed chase in Limestone County that ended with one man behind bars and 2 damaged vehicles. This man, George Patterson, is now facing several charges after the Limestone County Sheriff's Office says he hit 2 cars, one being a deputy's, and narrowly hitting some people. Wait 31 Scotty K joins us live where those folks were almost hit. I can tell you that I can still smell that smoke lingering in the air this morning. There's still crime scene tape up all around this home, blocking it off. Patients no longer have to go to their doctor's office for an appointment. Instead, all they need is an electronic device and have the appointment from the comforts of their home. I do have a wizard here with me today, but as you were saying, this rain, it's been not fun this morning, but it's going to dry out before trick-or-treating happens, but it's still going to be a little cold, so make sure you bundle up. And as you're bundling up, you still want to also be safe. So I have my friend here with me. Can you tell everybody who you are?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter is going to help me tell you guys exactly how you can stay safe this evening. Colton, tell me, how do you stay safe?
Use anything that you have.
Rodneya, okay, fess up. What do you have your eye on this morning out there?
So Pat, Forever 21 is right across from me, and they have a bunch of really cute sweaters in the window that I kind of want to check out. And then Bath & Body Works, they have some pretty good deals, and I'm obsessed with candles right now, so I may have to check that out too. Back to you. New at 10, a Huntsville man is in the Madison County Jail after police say he bit a woman's finger off. We want to warn you, the mugshot you're about to see is graphic. This man, Shades Holm, is charged with first-degree assault. Huntsville police tells us he got into a fight with a friend of his wife's, which ended in him biting her finger off. In the last 2 hours, we've learned that an 8-year-old child died in a Sunday morning crash on I-65. The child was ejected from a car just 3 miles north of Decatur around 7:40 this morning. State troopers say the SUV left the interstate and flipped over. Troopers say the 8-year-old was not wearing a seatbelt. The child was pronounced dead at the scene. Mayor Tobar from San Antonio, Texas, was driving the SUV. She was taken to the hospital. We do not know how serious her injuries are. And just hours before that accident, another deadly accident occurred. It happened at around 12:22 this morning on Elk River Mills Road. That's just 9 miles west of Athens. State troopers say one person was killed when their car left the road and hit an embankment. The car then caught fire. The driver was pronounced dead at the scene, and the driver's identity has not been released. In Huntsville, one man could be facing charges after he caused an accident for driving the wrong way on I-565. Take a look at your screen. This is scene of the accident that happened on Friday. Huntsville police say the driver of the black Nissan was driving the wrong way on the interstate. Police say the driver swerved to avoid several cars, but then lost control and spun out. That's when the FedEx 18-wheeler hit the car. The driver of the car was taken to the hospital in critical condition, but he is expected to survive. Police say he was not wearing a seatbelt. The driver could face criminal charges depending on toxicology results. Sarah McClendon told me these days it's all about normalcy, and that's how she is adapting to our changing world. Well, you guys, it all comes down to money, several $1,000s more than this. Here at Delaney, they're still closed. You can see that right behind me. And barricades like this one, they're still up, keeping people out of the marina. Is the one word, getting people in this Boaz community through this storm all day. They spent time boarding up windows, cutting down trees, and putting tarps over roofs, all as they work to wrap their heads around what happened.
Everybody always says it sounded just like a train coming, and we didn't have very much warning at all.
Theron Drake and his wife were home when they heard the storm coming. They hid in their bathtub, covered in pillows. Their next-door neighbor hid in his closet. But nothing prepared them for the aftermath.
Home's totally destroyed just in a matter of seconds.
While Clay's home on Hillview Avenue received some damage, it wasn't nearly as bad as the damage at his next-door neighbor's Theron Drake's home.
Front window's out, and I've got a big hole in my roof over my garage.
Still, that's not the worst of the damage in their tight-knit community. The storm ripped some homes apart. It's something Drake wasn't prepared to see.
You see this on television, and you really just don't expect it to happen to you, you know. But it did, so we just got to clean up and keep going.
Now the community is coming together to pick up the pieces. Both homeowners tell me they're grateful no one was seriously hurt and for the support of the community.
Just by the grace of God, I guess, is all.
Community always comes together at times like this.
Community is what everyone here hopes gets them through this. In Boaz, Rodneya Ross, Way 31 News. Sarah McClendon told me these days it's all about normalcy, and that's how she is adapting to our changing world.
All getting up at 7, and the first thing that we do is we go for a walk, and here's my why. It gets us out of the house like we normally would first thing in the morning.
Sarah McClendon is an assistant principal at Monrovia Elementary School. Since schools closed down in March, life has changed for the mom of 4. These days, she spends most of her day on video conference calls, helping build a curriculum for students and getting ready for next school year. And she's also making sure her girls keep up with their schoolwork.
And so my older 2, that's when I send them upstairs and they work on their independent reading.
And to add to her stress, McClendon's husband is an essential worker, and the worry that he could get coronavirus and pass it on to the family has changed the way they do things at home.
And he'll come in and drop his clothes in there. We'll run him through the wash and he'll go straight to a shower and clean off, and then kind of reintegrate in with the girls.
As the family adjusts, McClendon says they're relying on one thing.
Grace is the vocabulary word in our family. You know, you got to extend it and receive it.
McClendon told me she wants other parents at home to know that they're not alone and that they'll all get through this together. In Madison County, Rodneya Ross, Way 31 News.